My people, my name is Travis Hutchins, and I'm very excited to announce the launch of my new channel called TH Talks. And what TH Talks is, it's the medium for personal exploration, personal transformation, expansion, and what it is really going to start the conversation about conscious living. Now, when I say conscious living, all I mean is being aware of your thoughts, being aware of your feelings, and most importantly, being aware of your actions. Because I truly believe that the energy that we put out into the world, into the universe, comes back to us, just maybe in different shapes and forms. And when I say thoughts, feelings, and actions, I'm really focusing on the action part of it, but also with some focus, as you will, on thoughts and emotions, because those are very important as well in the creative process. But when it comes down to it, your actions is what's going to get you from point A to point B. So it's very, very, very important in the process in personal development. Now, just a little more about this channel. It's really going to focus on self-development, as I said, and also other concepts, some spiritual concepts, metaphysical concepts. Going to talk about awareness and consciousness as well. And with that said, I really want you to keep an open mind. Please, you don't have to believe everything that I'm saying, because some of these concepts are in theory as well. I just found them kind of interesting to talk about. And I do see that some of these are very, very beneficial in my life. And that's why I really want to share these with you all, so you can reap the same benefits as I did from it. Now, with that said, please keep an open mind. And you can have a skeptic's viewpoint as well. If you don't believe something that I'm trying to explain, then by all means, ask me about it or talk to me about it, because I think that's a conversation we need to have as well. I always welcome different viewpoints, as long as they're not too personal or too derogatory. So anyway, back to this video series. What this channel and this video series is going to be, these videos are going to be about probably 10 minutes long. I'm easy on the eye, so it shouldn't be that hard to get through. But also with this channel, I'm going to share quotes, hopefully share, posts, stories. I really want to engage the audience, engage you in getting your feedback upon these topics as well, because I want it to be interactive. Some of you may know that I do write blogs, and I have about 3 or 4 out right now. I'll put the link in this post, but this video series is really it's for the audience, and it's to explain these topics in a more interactive way, as you will. And I'm just really excited about this. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I finally have the time and resources to start this. So just in this video today, I'm probably going to give a little background information about myself, what got me interested in these types of topics, and then end with kind of a daily exercise that you can do, and just a deep thought as well. So moving on, my background story. So I grew up in Winthrop, Maine, which is about 10 minutes from the capital of Maine, which is Augusta. Now, Winthrop, Maine is very, very small. I think I had about 64 people in my graduating class about. Anyway, I was a product of the middle class. My dad was an electrical engineer, and my mother is a personal trainer. But my dad adopted me about the age of 2, so I was very fortunate to have him. From ages 1 to 2, I was living with my mom, and she was a single mother, and she was very kind of stressed, but she always found a way, whether it was picking up more shifts or just doing extra work, to put food on the table. So I never went hungry. I always had my needs met. And that really inspired me, because she's a very passionate individual and a very positive influence on my life, and I'm very thankful to have her. So I can't put it to words sometimes, but I really appreciate all that she's done for me, and it's had a great impact upon my life. And why this is important is because it's really shaped me, and she's kind of introduced me to the iceberg of some of these topics. So moving back to the personal story. So as I was growing up, I was severely introverted. I used to go in my room a lot and kind of build Legos, make my own creations, and also kind of play with my action figures, the typical things. But I really enjoyed the solitude. And about the age of probably 7 or 8, I was getting kind of this feeling. I had these questions. And this might sound kind of weird, but you have to remember, I am kind of weird. So I was getting these kind of deeper questions. I used to look in the mirror and be like, what is this? Why am I here right now? Why do I even exist? How do I even have self-awareness? And these are all the questions that we kind of ask ourselves, but no one really talks about them. outside. And I thought it was kind of crazy. I mean, if you do talk about these concepts, people kind of look at you weird, like, good luck getting a job. But anyway, I kind of thought about these concepts, and I was wondering why no one really talked about them in school at all, because this is very important. Like, we have this life, this experience, this self-awareness, but often we don't kind of question the purpose or why we're here. And I was curious. I wanted to know the answers. I was still going through school. I was a pretty good student, but I wanted to know these answers. And it got to a point where I was like, I could ask somebody, but I'll probably just sweep it under the rug because no one's really talking about this, so I guess it really isn't important because I was only 7 or 8. So I had this feeling, or I did that for, probably 7 years. Anyway, when I was in middle school, this kind of came back to me. These topics came back to me in kind of the right way, in the right timing, which is kind of cool to see. So my mom was listening to these self-help books, and I didn't really know what self-help was. And come to think of it, it's all about personal development, being the best person you can be. And she was listening to this because she was becoming a salesperson. And I immediately thought, like, I don't want to become a salesperson, but these concepts and topics are really empowering. Just kind of overall knowledge, viewing yourself through kind of a different scope, a different perspective, and really trying to improve yourself to becoming the best version of yourself, the best person you can be. So I found that really, really fascinating. And so that was kind of the tip of the iceberg, as I said, to get me more excited and to get my knowledge about these deeper topics. So I was probably maybe a year later, I saw this book called The New Earth. It's one of my friend's mom's books. And it was by Eckhart Tolle. And when I read that book, I did the first page, every word was very vibrant and profound, and it resonated really, really deep within me, like something I've never read before. And I was like, oh my God, this is what I've been waiting for. And it was kind of my curiosity, the lower down the iceberg, it was that thirst was quenched, but just for now. And once I read it, I was taken back. I kind of had to absorb everything in. And I also read The Power of Now after that. I would recommend The Power of Now first. But what these books do, where Eckhart Tolle explains in The Power of Now, how really everything is focused upon the present moment. And it's really about looking at your ego and looking about your thoughts and kind of peeling back the layers behind it, peeling back those negative beliefs, that constant mental chatter, and going deeper into yourself. And when you go deeper into yourself, it becomes more of a peaceful state, more of a spiritual state, as you will. And from that place, you're a lot better off in the fact that you can do more things. You will have more confidence. You will have more passion. You can seek happiness and tranquility a lot easier from that state than trying to kind of get it at the ego state of which we kind of operate on every day in life. But I'll have another video series about that book topics, but I found it was really, really cool. So once again, The Power of Now. Keep an open mind when you read it, of course, because some of the concepts you might not agree with, but some topics you might find pretty interesting. So anyway, that kind of got me rolling on this, but I was still kind of skeptical. How can I explain this to people? And I fully didn't understand it. But then I watched The Secret, and The Secret really took me back. I thought it was a really profound movie. And I actually did a presentation about it my sophomore year. And I did get a lot of weird looks, but I also got some good reactions as well. And it was really cool to see people kind of interested about this new age stuff. Now, I will say with The Secret and the Law of Attraction it is misunderstood sometimes. And when I say The Secret or the Law of Attraction, is basically on the premise of your thoughts or your emotions have an impact on outside reality. But I would really, to make it more feasible, say that it's more of making sure your thoughts and emotions are in line so you can take the action in order for the change to happen that you want. So it's really focused on more of your actions, and your thoughts and emotions kind of facilitate that. But once again, it's what you do at the end of the day, not necessarily what you think and how you feel. Those just kind of help what you do. So after I gave this speech, I kind of realized I need more information about this subject before I go out and kind of preaching it everywhere. So I kind of hid it under the rug again. Graduated high school. Went to college, was lucky enough to be enrolled in the University of Maine, in which I was a Division I athlete. I was a track and field athlete. I threw discus there for 5 years. Had a great time, a lot of great experiences, and I learned a lot from the process of the ups and downs, the failures, and both the successes. But what happened very important in my early college career was meeting somebody named Jesse Holland. And I was doing music before. Did a little rap. I really liked rhyming through poetry. So when I met Jesse, he kind of approached me and he said that he did some producing and music as well. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Secretly, I always wanted a medium to kind of express these personal development and spiritual and metaphysical concepts, but I couldn't really find it and know what to do. And he actually held a lot of the same beliefs, and it was really cool because I didn't know this at first. But working with him, it just really everything meshed very well. And we actually have a group now called the X Pandas, in which we're still active in. And by the way, like the page the X Pandas, we just had a show a few weeks back. It was dope, and also we'll probably have some more shows later on in the future. I'll keep you posted. But anyway, making that music group was very important in my life and just how I thought about everything, because it really opened up the creative aspect that was missing for many years. So I graduated college with my bachelor's degree in business management. Didn't quite know what I wanted to do with it. So then I went on to get my master's degree in business administration, which I'm in my second year now. And this kind of brings me to the present moment. Well, here I am about to get my master's degree in May, and I was wondering, what do I want to do? And I thought, well, maybe I can make a channel, make a medium just to explain exactly what I want to do, help people become the best version of themselves they can be, help people overcome some of the fears they might have, help people believe that they are more than worthy of success, more than worthy of love, more than worthy of being the best, and not negating themselves and not kind of holding back from themselves what they're capable of. And I know it kind of sounds, oh, that's all good thinking and stuff, and that's kind of cool. But it's more than that. Once you take a good look at your mind, a good look at your thoughts, subconscious thoughts and beliefs, you will start to change how the way you think, the way you feel, and most importantly, the way you act. And that's why this medium is so important. And this channel is so important to me. So now just kind of wrap things up. The exercise of the video. So it's very simple. Take one moment and just watch your thoughts. Listen to your thoughts. What were you thinking about? Was it positive? Was it negative? Was it neutral? Was it empowering? Was it devaluing? What were you thinking about? Because that's important. Because what you have in your head does affect you. It affects your actions. It affects your feelings. So you really have to make sure that you kind of get the process up here right. Not a matter of controlling your thoughts, but rather guiding them. So another step deeper would be, I would recommend doing the same thing tomorrow. And then ask yourself, who's actually watching these thoughts, or what's actually listening to these thoughts. And that's where the whole consciousness and self-awareness comes in. But that's further down the rabbit hole. We'll get to that later. All right, the deep thought of the day. So just to wrap everything up, I just want to say that we are all powerful beings, and don't forget this. And when I say powerful, I mean we have free will. In this reality, we can do what we want within the laws of physics, obviously. But there's a lot of power in that, and we take that for granted. We can spread love, spread kindness, spread peace. We can also spread hate, spread fear as well. So the choice is really yours. There's two sides to that coin. In the path that you choose, just make sure it's self-empowering. And once you can really empower yourself, have love within yourself, have kindness and courage and strength within yourself, that's when you can start spreading it to other people. And that's when the true beauty begins. So once again, thank you all for watching my channel. My name is Travis Hutchins. This is TH Talks. If you have any questions at all, feel free to Facebook message me, email me, text me if you want, and I'll be more than glad to answer those questions. Thanks for watching. With love and light, TH is out. Oh, I'll probably be back in like a week or so. I'll post some things too. Probably invite you all to like the page, do my thing. Been a fun time. All right, I'm gone. Bye. Also, a quick disclaimer, I am by no means a master or a guru about these concepts or topics. I don't claim to be. I'm more of a student than anything. I do want to help educate others, so in a way it's teaching, but really at a fundamental level, I'm more of a student because I'm really continuing to learn these concepts and topics as well with you. And I just want to share this information that I have learned with you.